That was, well, very weird. I can't believe my teleportation device worked. What the? Man, it's cold out here. Trying to get my calculations, we probably could be in North Pole or Antarctica. Doesn't seem to look like Antarctica, so probably we're in North, I don't know, North Pole, I believe. Just go around some places. Seems like we're in somewhere, a laboratory base. Alright. Hold on. That was a very long time to walk there. Computer is now not working, but fine. Need some Wi-Fi access, but I'll just press that button. Alright, looks. I don't know if it's a banner. Alright. Oh. What the? Is that a type of World War I tank or World War II tanks? Looks like to be a old type of version of World War II tanks. What's that? I don't recognize that any type of symbol in my life. Very industrial. Could be take place from industrial revolutions. Probably because it could be very old material. I should not touch that. I'm gonna leave that thing there. Well, not really touch it. Not my business. Let's see what we need. Outpost. Should get up there. There we go. Oh, what happened here? Oh, something bad happened. Door up. Excuse me, sir. Oh, great. God. Horse. Alright. Red. Something is close. Alright. We go down. Here we go. Now, let's go find someplace else. We should not disturb a dead body. Something else. Can't even test and check my old computer watch. What the? What's that? Interesting. Okay, let me just check over there. Excuse me. Coming through. Is anyone there? Hello? Crap. Excuse me. Is anyone there? I'm a bit lost. Where are they? Someone oh, a computer. Maybe I could get in the right headspace for once. See here. Boot over. Just type this out. Outdated.
Data system active. Hello, user. How can I help you?
Alright. What year is this from? Enter.
1962.
My my teleportation. Even a time travel system. Alright. Stop. Location identified. Enter.
Unknown location. Location systems wiped out recently. Defenses 0%.
Interesting. Recovered last footages of the camera. Enter.
Footages locked behind code sector 46925. Only authorized personnel can enter.
Locate that location. Enter.
Location East Hall.
East Hall. What am I looking at? So I'm looking at the north. Okay, so that means it should be next to me. It should be the right side or the left side. Okay, let's figure out another question.
Person detected in facility sector east. Person unknown. Unauthorized and anomalous abilities. Current status, docile.
Docile. Oh, great. That means he's a very strong. Alright. Let me just type in this one code. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Identify computer subject system. Enter.
Subject system locked.
I don't know what computer is it. Open CMD.
CMD locked.
What? Oh wait, what is this? Locked. Password? What kind of do I need? Should mark somewhere. 4-digit code. So takes place somewhere in the north, around North Pole, I believe. It's around the spectrum. And that means if I'm looking around.
Location: east side of the Free State of South Africa. Location and date: June 13th, 1962. Weather: snow. Stealth: snow.
What the? South Africa? It shouldn't be this cold. It's very unusual. Even went to my standards.
Authorized to
uncover news.
Security system by Glitch Harbinger Columbina. Last message received by staff June 4th, 1942.
Alright, play the uncovered footage.
Footage cannot be found. System error. Lower systems. Error systems found.
Okay. So let's see here. Alright. Oh, there's a video folder. Alright. Like
Video folder error.
the computer is weird. Alright. Fix hand. Just focus. Okay, what are we dealing
By
with?
the way, I'm not just a computer, I can hear you, by the way. My name is Modus, and sorry for all the errors and stuff, but this place hasn't been used since 1942.
Thank you, Modus, I guess.
Also, just to tell you, yes, you're in South Africa, it shouldn't be this cold, but this basically entire military area was built with a security system that allows snow and everything to appear.
Very interesting.
Not to mention, you're kinda screwed because you're in Glitch Harbinger territory.
The heck is the glitch harbingers?
Don't worry about it. Anyways, that live forum guy, go down that hallway and you should probably go check him out. I'm gonna go
Alright, I'll check.
see if I can get the servers up.
Alright, got it. I'll just check around the other places. Red applesauce. Alright. Alright. Where are we now? So. Alright. Huh. Nice technician we got here. I don't know if it's. I think this place is very abandoned. Huh. Nice. Let's see. Stats. Alright. Let's see here. Oh. What we got here? We just go inside. Looks to be a lounge area. Alright, time to go inside. What do we do? Oh, a sword? Why would just be a sword there? Love to see this. Let's see. Huh? What the? Who is that? I see green. Isa? Huh. Kinda looks has some type of same abilities. I'll just probably take it for the examination. Alright, don't mind if I do.
Who the hell are you? What do you think you were doing?
I thought you were dead. You didn't let me go.
I was taking a nap.
I didn't even hear jack shit. But let me go my neck.
What? Get back on me, you stupid piece of shit.
Oh, my phone.
Damn it! I forgot this was a tight space. I was definitely not built for this. These tight corners. I forgot I was built for mainline battle. Damn it. Well, damn. This place looks older than what I remember, but alright. Who the hell are you?
The name is DR.tie. Call me Tyler, I guess. But in case, don't call me I. Brilliant scientist, but I have an IQ of 500. I was one of the inventions of the hovercrafts and stuff. Creating the most powerful and greatest inventions of all time. Having my own base on my own laboratory. Once called the greatest minds in the entire universe. They always wanted to buy my own inventions. Even one of my own inventors. It was intriguing with me. I know. If you need anything, just ask. Sorry if I try to took your whatever this was. I was just trying to do an examination.
My emerald. The emerald that's on my claw here. My literal life force to existence because I'm corrupted with a virus.
A virus? What kind exactly? Is it like a plague or what is the type of plague?
Exactly. How the virus works is here's the thing. You know how some emeralds glow, or you might not know. Some emeralds have like cracks and those cracks glow.
And what that would be?
It means the emerald virus is in it. The emerald virus can go from emerald to emerald. However, once somebody with a strong enough, let's just say, body touches it, it connects itself to that person's body and transfers, corrupting that person. Well, it slows down their aging, makes them stronger, and yeah, that's why I look like this.
Huh. Interesting.
And without it, I'm basically screwed. If the emerald is damaged on my claw, then it'll cause an explosion big enough to destroy, 2 cities in one go.
Interesting.
Not only that,
A similar blast radius of older crystals.
I'm able to affect other people. However, I'm not the type of person to do that, as I'm not exactly that kind of person.
Interesting. I just came here to test around one of my greatest another invention right now currently. It's kind of like a teleportation system. Time traveling in, a type of dimensional transporter system.
Uh-huh.
And this, presume, your sword?
Yeah, it's handcrafted. So it is my sword. It's just very, very uniquely handcrafted. Let's just say that.
Interesting.
Let me just.
Interesting.
Anywho, so I'm guessing you're not exactly from this part of the world.
Yes, actually, I've been just testing on my new invention.
Interesting. What world are you from? If you don't mind me asking, that is.
What universe I am? I'm from the universe that is, oh my god, there's a lot of numbers. Alright. In short ways, I am from a universe that is called, C41985.
Interesting.
Or as I like to call it, the, is that called? Let me just pull up my computer system. Computer? Yes, sir. Alright, what was the identification of my place original? The original verification was actually simply, we call it home, or as we call it, home developed system, device system. English, please? And simply we call it 519. 519, got it.
19, huh. Sounds familiar.
519 was where I'm from.
Interesting.
Well,
now, I'm not gonna keep crouching in this place, so I'm just gonna... Because with the sword, it even makes it worse.
Oh, don't worry. I can help you out. I found an exit.
Yeah, I already know the exit. I came in here looking for shelter because I don't want to die from hypothermia like an idiot.
Oh, I can give you some technicians for it. I am able to actually stuff.
Dang. I'm just realizing actually how tall I am. Damn.
You're approximately around probably 7 feet tall. About the side of it.
To be exact, I'm 8'1".
8'1". Oh, I've already met someone who is 8'1".
Yeah. Well, time to go face the weather outside regardless.
Alright. If you're 8'1", that means like something like 7.5.
The problem is, I came here with a mission as well.
And what that mission is, buddy?
Well, you see, over here in this world, I've been struggling with a group of rebels. Now, these aren't the good type of rebels, these are the type of rebels that start communism, and I was a communist back in the day, and I'm not looking for that kind of system right now. So I gotta go launch a missile for their base. The calculation stuff, I have it in my head, so...
Interesting.
And the other bad part, it's in Bloemfontein, which is also here in the Free State.
And I presume this is also another reason why South Africa is cold instead of actually, warm?
Well, it's not the entire South Africa. It's mostly only here by this military base and about 462 million miles of South Africa. Which, if you don't know, it's only like 2% of the Free State.
Gotcha, I gotcha.
Anywho, let's check around here. We need to go find the missile silos. Which, I'm sure, I remember I parked my truck here somewhere. Hold up. Alright. We should be nearing the silos any second.
Text. I'm just right now typing my own computer interface right now.
As I expected, there's a fence here. We're gonna have to do some fence hopping. Alright, we're here.
Alright. We should need to test if it's electric. Probably could be some testing out.
Well, it is electrical. But we have to jump. But the only way we're gonna do that, simply put it, you're gonna need to hold on.
Or worse. Well, that was something. Okay then.
Well,
Well,
remember, like I said, the Emerald Virus is an anomaly of its own. It does something to a person's body. These are the missile silos.
Alright.
Daily, the schedule.
God. What is a computer?
We have about 4 or 2 hours before it reaches a negative 52 degrees.
52?
I know.
Oh, we're about to be hurried then. What's the current degree right now?
It's right now negative 14 degrees out here.
Okay. We have about 2 to 4 hours left before it's about to be a little winter here.
Yeah. Also, I did detect you coming from a portal here, so you wouldn't, notice that basically you came from these silos if you look closely, I guess.
Yeah, I was not really focusing on it. Trying to figure out some technical logical system. Trying to research other places.
Anyway, get up here. Alright.
Alright. You just do you. I'll just try to figure out some test areas if I will just float around.
I'm not gonna sort out this damn code. We gotta hack into systems, and boom, there we go.
Yeah. Just need to check on my pictures for a minute. Kind of personal right now.
Yeah.
I just miss, Lisa.
Sorry if I'm being a little bit, snoopy or whatever, but who's Lisa, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she was actually my wife.
Was?
I had a child. Yeah, she was my child. The reason why I say was, she's not around this planet.
Oh,
Dead.
She passed away.
And being a great scientist comes with very big consequences, especially when I lost everything.
Enemies.
Where?
Enemies.
I know.
Could have been anything, really.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest mysteries of life. You don't really know anything.
Yeah. I just wish I could see my boy grow. Or Liam. Greatest son I ever had.
Now that you mentioned children and wife, good job. I have 2 children.
Nice. Proud father, eh?
I wouldn't say proud, but I am a father, so it's a different type of torture, I suppose.
Well, being a father is kind of a great gift. Teaches them a life lesson.
Sure does, but sometimes you just have to realize that things aren't always how you expect it.
Yeah, and that's why life is very expecting, very unexpected, and that's why life is a bit exciting. Well,
However,
to see.
I just wanted to say
Really?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I know how
If you want to know how they die, yeah. At least your children could be. Is one of your children alive or?
Well, they're both alive right now. One of them is in high school, and one of them is currently in college, doing the same thing as me. Which, crazy to think that my daughter took inspiration from me and decided to become the same thing as me.
Well, you are a great father. That's why children love you.
I wouldn't say exactly great. I'm the leader of the agency, a group of people who, let's just say we operate on protecting some parts of the world. I'm saying some parts because some parts just don't follow the same logic that we do, if I may say that.
As I am, I had to be a scientist and follow my dreams pursuit. My mom was, he kind of passed on, passed away due to the stage 5 cancer. I was not able to save her in time. I tried my best to create a type of energy system and type of device, which my device was so great, I was able to cure 10,000 billions of people all at once without them to get killed by the cancers. I was unfortunately too late. Died because of it. My father disowned me afterwards. Couldn't save him. My father left all that stuff to me. I was just, I hadn't any money. I was a bit broke and I was a bit homeless. Eventually, I go to this high school, which it was the big brainy school, trying to learn my skills and trying to earn my skill of being the greatest man of all time. The principal was nice enough to give me freelance of basically giving me money and able to fund the school. Eventually, I kind of graduated when I was about 21. And the pursuit of my years, I worked as a clothes cleaner, and my boss was not a believer. Her name was somebody with nightmare cheek or nightmare demented cheek. she was never proud of me. Told her that about my greatest creation, how my technologies could save the world. She doesn't believe that anything in the technology could ever, well, truly be an actual technology. Something with a fictional story where it could not be true. I proved her very wrong because my greatest invention, and I called the Robbie 3000. He was one of my greatest creations. Powerful AI that was able to learn its thinking, and well, afterwards, well, it usually saved my life. And after a while, I did try to repair some while. It was one of his body parts kind of failed on him, and well, eventually, I kind of fixed him up for a bit. And since his body was not cooperative, I decided to fix him up. But enough with Robbie. He was, let's just say, most greatest I ever created. Reminds me of my son. And to see your child growing up, you're very lucky as a father. Because for me, Liam died when he was around 4.5 years old. I'm sad to lose him. My wife was such a lovely lady. Every day, I took care of her. Even if she did get some big trouble, she was a great fighter. She was a lovely woman. She knows how to fight. I don't need to be worried. She knows how to fight very good. Even able to fight someone like you, and that's someone on the same size as you. Trust me, she's able to defeat the 10,000 men in one shot and one go, and she'd be like, "Oh, and don't worry, honey, I am very fine." She was lovely.
She sounded like she was a great person.
Yeah, she was very much my support after all my own 20 years of my life. Since afterwards, ever since I lost them, the reason how they died is because, well, there was someone basically sent an entire explosion. Everyone kind of like some of the inventors were jealous of my own creativity with my own creations. I was responsible for also making the hovercraft system, like hover cars, transportation system, teleportation system devices, AI, and more brains than I could ever propose. Even robotic limb system. I was recognizable as the greatest inventor of all time, and none of this would have ever existed because of, well, trust me, I was very much a very artistable person. But anyway,
You ever seen one of these before?
Yeah, I did. Even Obama showed me it.
This is the Tsar Rocket 446. We don't exactly make them anymore.
I see. It takes about tons of resources
Well,
and technological.
that's not the reason. The actual
Reason is?
well, let's just say, back in the day, we didn't fill it with, well, nuclear stuff. It still exploded, but it worked like mustard gas artillery. However, we modified the mustard gas to, well, kill the person in a single day.
Nice.
Then the new government of South Africa, the Union of South Africa, ruled it as too unethical. Meanwhile, they're the ones who kill black children for just trying to protest freedom. Kinda ironic, if you ask me.
And pretty ironic because I kind of remember once of a racism. It was by a very racist, racial, controversial shadow. It was by the name of Shadow King and Shadow Queen, or as they were called, the Queezers. The Queezers were very powerful leaders. Yeah, the Queezers, yeah. Can't believe they were really called by that. They were basically slave their own kind just because they were weak. Think of it think of ants, Trace. If these ants are weak, the stronger ants would be defeated. Would be just defeating the weak ones. Basically killing the ever-loving crap out of them.
That's an
Well.
interesting way of looking at it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe we can save them.
Also, how about you do yourself a favor? There's an empty missile silo. Climb through it, then get outside, then get on the hill, right? When you see the closed hatch open, you're gonna be in for a surprise when you see how a missile launch actually looks like from one of these bad boys. So, yeah, it's kind of like a one-in-a-lifetime event, so go check it out. I'll find you outside, don't worry.
Yeah. I hope my children and my wife will be able to see this. Alright, gotta go up. Oh, there we go. There we go. God, my wife teach me how to do my karate skills on climbing down there. How my wife teach me to climb this? Go. Just like a proud father. Alright. Alright, I'm home here.
Right. Missile activation. Opening hatch.
Alright, it's opening now. Gotta give it a sec.
Right. Then I press the button, which... There we go.
Oh, weird. Oh, Liam and Lisa. I wish you were able to see this. This is... Alright. It's going to...
Right then. Oh crap. So, you enjoyed looking at it?
Yeah. And I expect my wife and child to be able to see this.
You know, the first time I saw that kind of missile launch, I was about, 10 years old. And my dad was a military general. And, he was in charge of building those kind of missiles. And to put it simply, he was the type of man to just keep working, day and night. He worked on the missiles constantly. I barely saw him for like 2 years of my childhood. Missed out on a lot of stuff, but at the end I got to see the first time a missile launching. You know how the little boy and big boy bombs looked from America? The mushroom cloud?
Yep, saw one of those videos.
Instead, the ones that my father created, when they exploded into a blue mushroom cloud that exploded, 40% of the area, and, that radiation could kill you in a matter of seconds.
Yep, even vaporize you at any second now.
We should probably get back inside so we don't, freeze to death out here.
Yeah, it's around it's like 3 hours now, so we better be hurry.
There is a different place that we can go to get warm. It has a inbuilt heating system. This facility heating systems are still from the 40s. This place has been abandoned for 5 years now? Since 1942, so it's not exactly 5 years. Let's head back to the truck. Whoop.
Alright, let's get out of here before it's gonna be negative 52. Alright, here we go. Do this.
Sorry about that. Now let's get going.
Oh.
Alright. So... I'm gonna admit this right now. I'm a history teacher, as well as what I am currently.
Oh, history. What school is it you teach?
It's Lechia Academy. It's one of the most prestigious schools here in South Africa. It's basically where animatronics and humans alike can go to, well, study and stuff.
Just like the Big Brainy School. Everyone was making fun of it because, for some reason, like, who the fuck was naming it the school Big Brainy School? Which was an actual kind of like a valid reason. Because the reason why it was called Big Brainy School was actually named after I think like five what was it called? Five patients, 5 cancers. Basically, they wanted to create a school where everyone should always learn of what there are. No matter if you're a monster looking or very like formed, or no matter what you are, you gotta learn, you gotta do. And sometimes it got a huge problem. Unfortunately, a few years later, after my life and stuff, 5 years after I graduated, the school I used to go to, well, it got destroyed because there was tons of bad people, and the bad people kind of like destroyed the school, basically just setting up a blaze. And the school didn't have the funds to rebuild it, so they kind of shut it down permanently.
That's disappointing to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, genuinely.
You go get yourself settled. I'm gonna do some maintenance on the car.
I'm just gonna take my piece, I guess. Myself a little bit. Recording some. Check my recordings on the past videos. Alright. Just need some. Computer, can you play one of my old videos, please, from about 9 years ago? Got it, sir. Playing audio log. Hey, Dad, look, I'm Duct Tape Man. Aw, well, you gotta be careful with your son, kid. Be careful with that duct tape. Ow, it kind of hurts. Don't worry, temporary. Hey, honey, what's going on? Oh, nothing much, honey. We have a duct tape man in our town. Oh, it's such a tiny hero. Yeah, Dad, I'm very happy with it right now. Is there a play? It's a playground right there. I play the playground. Oh, of course you will. Come on, little tiger, go. All right, Dad, let's go. Yay! Look at our son. He's around 4 years old. Gee, we just raised a beautiful son. Yeah, we did. Miss you guys. Miss Lisa. Son. Why did I not see you in time?
You
Terrible.
there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just my signal. I'm just don't know him. Seemed to help people. He told I couldn't save them from fire. Oh God. I just wish I could see them. You know, being a great scientist, sure, it brings you knowledge and all, but family is the most important thing in your life, our life as well. Scientific stuff and research, yeah, I know it's cool and all, but family is the most important thing in our generation. But man, I could just able to talk with them one last time, and just wish I could see my son grow, be in college and all. Wish I I just wish I could see them again. I just filmed them.
Yeah, this TV show is crazy.
Yeah, I guess you know it. The weird peanut guy just kind of just does this weird trick. Yeah, so you have your own realities, I guess.
This show, I'm pretty sure, when this show came out, I was like 6 years old. That's how old this show is.
Huh. Indeed. I never seen that show before.
I'm like, what, 92 years old now?
92 years old, right? Sure.
Yeah, I'm 92 years old and I'm still doing young shit. Yeah, it just goes to show you how the emerald virus affects a person.
Yeah. You know, cartoon shows always give you an impact on your life, you know?
Yeah,
It's like a personal challenge.
I remember when I was in high school. Man, I was I was an idiot. One of the interesting things I did was I was in grade 8, and one day I just got tired of school, so me and 2 other of my friends, we sneaked out of school. You know what we did?
Oh, what did you do, huh?
We ran to the railway and, well, we got into a steam locomotive, and just to tell you, the 3 of us, we became stokers that day until my aunt had to pick me up from the railroad. If you were wondering where I was all the way in, like, what, Cape Town by the time my aunt found me.
Oh, you were a trickster. You were a very troublemaker, right?
To be fair, I wasn't that bad. When my dad's...
I wish I had a life experience like you.
Let me guess, didn't have a good childhood?
Yeah, my childhood is very, very rough. Every childhood is you have a child of watching cartoons stuff. I never had watched a cartoon in my life. My childhood was very, very not good, I guess. It's all because of my bloody father. My father was forcing me to do some things I really wish I would very much not want to do it. A very regret thing. I have dark history. My father was not just also a type of a tech engineer, but he was a serial killer, basically. I done things that I don't want to do. But especially when forced me to do one thing, is to kill about like 82,000 children in adoption center by setting up an explosion where that would cause an entire chain reaction. A bunch of children skyrocketing. Type of what you call it? Yeah, my English was not good. Hold on. Killing 82,000 children in adoption center where it would cause a chain reaction where it would decrease the population of the multiple children in, I believe, in Greece. I'm actually originally from like half Switzerland and Greece, and then eventually half of my also my auntie as well was also actually from Italy. Actually, so I'm half of those 3 of them. So yeah, but originally I'm actually from Greece. In any case, basically I was just forced to do things. My life was very rough. Never had a childhood good time. I didn't have a good playground. I didn't play my friends Jesus, you are having a great life out here. Well, I don't know if you have some good life, but trust me, you're having a fun time with your friends. I had just only joined the school when I was around after my father sold me, and after 5 months later, I had to be going through, well, school, and I had to, well, be a little janitor and doing a lot of school work. Well, try to follow some paper documents just to pay my mortgage and stuff. My landlord was very, very, very not great, and especially where he kind of disrespected with my mother. That's the first time I ever did a crime. I may be a scientist, but I do a very big crime. Especially when my landlord disrespected my mom behind my back, which so could not take that disrespectful. So then, what I basically did, I kind of almost went like my dad, for example, would hate the most. So basically, what I did with my landlord is that I kind of like hanged him up, chopped both of his limbs off, and basically drag his ass all the way to the train track. And I basically waited, and I basically give it my good old speech. The train comes in, the bullet train comes in around 92 kilometers an hour, and eventually he was screaming in pain, and he was just screaming to let go. I said, nope, you disrespected my mother, this is what you get. See you in hell, bitch. And the train basically slashes him, kills him instantly. Blood splatters. I feel satisfied for that. So, in that moment forwards, if anyone disrespects my mother, well, I would not be able to do anything that much, but if I have to, I would personally hurt them very much so. I didn't want to take that, someone disrespecting my mother personally, even though, since, well, she was the only thing I have in this world, that I was not always a slave to my pitiful father. How stupid my father was. He was only forcing me and only telling me to go kill this and help an assistant, do tax frauds. What bullshit not. I had to literally say, like, just write an N-word for his sign. Pitiful father was racism. He was part of the KKK club. Yeah, KKK. He was part of that fucking group. And he forced me to be in it. And he forced me to write the N-word for every sign I have to do, which means I'm also racist. Didn't want to be one. He's a fucking racist. He says the N-word about more than 1 million times, actually. About 1,200,526. I'm never gonna remember that count. I don't want to remember that past. In such cases, when he also, of course, killed a bunch of black people, and was also one of the most beloved KKK members the entire time. Eventually, he was one of the most evil people. He eventually died. Ever since he disowned me. 2 years later, he got killed by a death row, which was the firing squad. So the members were basically exposed, got killed, all of them, except the leader of that leader were killed by now. But in any case, ever since that day, ever since I saw the news when he died, I rarely felt satisfied that no demon should ever come to me again. Since he disowned me because I failed to lose my mother, which genuinely I wish I could get my mother back now. She was a lovely mother of all. She was also abused by him because he's also my father was an anti-feminism, which means he also hates women, even though he likes her, but basically he basically slaves her many times, forces her to cook food, cook dinner, and if the food was like cold, he would basically he would just basically slap her many times with a fucking whip. Or another time where he was forcing her to basically cut one of her boobs off. Basically, one of her boobs would got cut off, and if she done anything stupid, she would literally get to cut one of her pieces off, and one of her ear fall off. Something went very wrong. Even one of her foot chopped off and was feeding to the animals by lions from lion cub from the animal zoo. He was a very... And honestly, I wish your father was not like mine, because, genuinely speaking, he was the most outrageous, spiteful, disgusting, an idiotic, this pitiful monster he was. He had also 2 friends, or 5 friends, basically. And all of them were, well, very surprising, they were neo-Nazis. Yeah, my father was a person.
Interesting. Well, I just want to sidetrack real quick. When you killed your landlord, did you ever go to jail for it?
Oh no, I didn't actually. I was very sneaky. Since I am a scientist, I know exactly how to deal with this. I'm able to actually do the calculations, how people not see me, how to not leave any clues. There you go. I'm scot-free.
Oh, well, at least you didn't need to suffer through prison like I did. When I got out of college, I did like, what, 15 crimes. That got me sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Just like how my father is. I don't even know how much crimes he does that for once.
I just want to say that my prison life wasn't, well, how do I say this? How can I say this in a way?
You can tell me. You know I'm old enough.
Wasn't really pleasant. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I was sent to the worst prison in South Africa. Basically the most high security, most protected, I don't even know how to explain it. But to put it lightly, the worst war criminals that were in South Africa at the time were kept in there.
So let me guess. Were they like they were planting bombs and well killing every bunch of people?
Worse. Way worse. Human trafficking, killing people, killing children, bombings, bombing raids. The normal war crime stuff. However, there was this one guy in prison who always sought out my attention.
And that is?
We called him Truck, because he was a truck driver. He would drive across South Africa, Namibia, Angola, etc. And he would pick up prostitutes along the way, and he would strangle them to death, beat them to death, and just leave them on the side of the road. And he was eventually caught by 4 police officers, and he got sentenced to 40 years in jail, and, well, put it simply, he was a bit shocked at what I did, my crimes were planting bombs at the government building, killing over 42 trillion prostitutes, and, well, just murdering bad people in general, and I got sentenced to prison for it. He didn't like it, I didn't like it, but regardless. During that time, there was this guy that I didn't exactly like. He was a pedophile and mob boss, and he hired a hitman to kill his friend, and, well, to put it lightly, he snitched on the hitman but also got himself in trouble. He landed about 20 years in prison, which is very weak for somebody of him, and he was like, we had an empty bunk bed in our room, right? And he wanted to move in. I was like, what crimes? He told me he was a pedophile and stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't really like that. And at one point, an interviewer came to interview me because at that time I had technically already had a strain of the emerald virus, and I was like going through the first starts of infection. And basically, that guy who was like a pedophile and stuff, he said, well, that's it, he's a rat, he's gonna like rat us out, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, they did this and that and that. And Truck heard this and he was like, you heard that? He called you a rat. And oh, I saw my opportunity. I told Truck a very perfect lie, not gonna lie. And I told him, well, that guy called you a psycho. And Truck, well, I don't even feel sorry for what happened to the pedophile. You want to know what happened?
I'm intrigued. What is it?
The pedophile guy was beaten half to death. I mean, he lost both his arms, one ear, his jaw was broken. They had to take him to the hospital in a helicopter, and it took the guards over 18 hours to get Truck to calm down. Oh boy, did I enjoy watching that guy come back only 2 months later. Both arms gone and broken jaw and no ear. It was a funny sight to see. I know it kind of sounds weird and a bit, psychopathic to say, but when it's somebody who's a pedophile and does things wrong, you can understand what kind of trouble that brings. Nonetheless, I did the interview went good, and, I got out of prison 25 years later. I bailed Truck out. Interesting fact, Truck is still my friend, and currently he's living in, what was the town? George. And let's just say, bro is chill. I still visit him on holidays, and we still kind of talk. But if you ever meet him, you'll realize he's actually quite friendly. He's a bit kind. He doesn't take lightly to people being disrespectful to his friends and his friends' friends, that kind of stuff. But yeah, anywho. So yeah, that's something. Who won? Yeah.
Well, nice. But I also want to ask, since, of course, I don't have a child, but what about your child? Any information about them?
Well, my children, they're an interesting case. My oldest, the daughter, Leona, she is currently, if I'm correct, she is over 25 years old. And, she is studying history and she plans to become a medic. And she's also, just like me, a leader, semi-rebellion guy, that kind of stuff. Just to be honest with you, she wasn't that hard to raise. After she was born, I think I was like, what? She's now 25, and I'm over 92. That's hard. I can't really do math. Let's just say, when she was born, it was about tricky for me. Because by the time I was like, you know how I look right here? I already looked like that, and right then, I was not very used to, like, this kind of form. So, I couldn't really keep up with, like, her energy and stuff. Because she wasn't very hyperactive, but at home when she drank certain stuff, like sugar, coffee, Coca-Cola, etc., she was, like, very energetic and chaotic. So, you can probably guess that by the time I wasn't really used to this form, it was kind of stressful. But I did baby-proof the house before she was born, and, yeah, she was a quiet kid. The first time she ever went to school, I taught her about always hitting back, no matter what gender the person was. Doesn't matter if the person is, female or male or these other new genders that the newer generation make and stuff. And doesn't matter even the skin color. White, black, Indian, I did not give a shit. She hit it back. And let me tell you, she did. First few months of school, she was, violent. Anytime somebody mentioned my past or something, she beat the crap out of those kids. Even the popular girls were scared of her. And that's exactly why I'm proud of her. But she did also have some troubling times. She got addicted to smoking, we got that sorted out. She had 2 car accidents, we got that sorted out. She never got drunk, surprisingly. She's still sober. And, now she's 25, she's still doing college, but Oh, well, it's fine. And my son, Jake, well, right now he's about 12. He's doing soccer and he's a gamer. I'm not gonna get mad if he plays video games all day. I'm not the type of guy to, as long as he goes outside every once in a while, hangs out with friends, etc., then I'm okay. But yeah, he's right now in grade, if I'm correct, grade 7. So, yeah.
Well, at least your children are actually been to school a lot. Well, my least, I guess. But, yeah, I must probably go for it, eh?
Yeah, it's not exactly easy to move on, but hey, if you're able to keep going and you're able to keep their legacy going and you're able to just remember them and remember all the good times and stuff, that's what life is worth. Not only that, life is worth a lot. You can help other people to not happen what happened to you. It's one of the good things about being a good person. Things don't always go your way, but you can always try to improve the world. At least that's what my grandpa told me before the accident.
I feel sorry for you.
It's fine. It was bound to happen anyway. He made a lot of enemies in his time as well. Back then, he wasn't really the most liked person, but in the family, he was the most liked person you could ever have. He was, well, a lovable grandfather and a father, and he was the type of guy that you could sit down, talk about your problems, crack a beer or so, and, well, just mostly do whatever. He was a cool guy. No,
Indeed.
all good things must come to an end. That's the unfortunate part. But
Yeah, I know.
that's the beauty of fate. You never know what happens. Fate, you don't find fate. Fate comes to you. It's one of those things that we all have to learn at one point. But
Yeah. Since did your grandfather pass away in natural causes or?
Oh, it wasn't natural causes. To be honest, nobody exactly knows the truth. Some people say he was pushed in front of a train, some people say he got run over by a car, some people say he was shot in the head. Regardless, he was pretty mauled by the time he was found. I mean, it was clear he was hit by a train, car, a train and a car. He was shot in the chest, and, well, let's just say all of his bones were broken, so nobody exactly knows what happened.
Probably all at the same time. But in any case, let's go first. If you have any questions, one.
First of all, your invention, Robbie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, he sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. Robbie was one of the most very comprehensible creation ever. The reason why I say that because he's able to try to understand human emotion. He says one day that he wished he could feel what I was feeling back in the past, and I always tell him this, that well, you sure do know how to try to understand things. The only thing what you need to do is just try to process it and learn from the experience. I always give him the feed of information, because every time while he'd be asked why you're sad, why you're this, and why that, because I usually look at my own past recording, keep myself in bay, check. As usual, Robbie's capabilities are very, very possibly endless. First, he's able to shoot a powerful laser cannon, basically able to, from the lowest damage, to be from shooting a laser across the whole building, to a absolute devious, powerful laser, enough to basically give you a back shot into an absolute space, or into the sun to literally explode it apart. He was very powerful missionary. Secondly, he was basically very more intelligent. He is not really smarter than me, but more smarter the capabilities to figure out a solution. I was the one who was able to make the blueprint. He is the one to make some feedback, because I was very not having my time to feedback, well, etc. He was one of my assistants, and he was the one who was able to give me resources, what I need the most. He'd be like, alright, hey, here's your part, sir. He gives me it, I'll be like, thank you. And as usual, he's able to also translate about 10 quadrillion languages. I do that because he needs to understand what type of languages are. He's even able to understand sign languages. Wow. Goddamn, Tyler, you are a damn genius. Any case, enough about myself, how smart I am. Which, of course, well, Robbie, the reason why he was called Robbie 3000, because he was not the first version. First version, Robbie 1000, he was not so great. He had trash, a bunch of them. He was basically punches a bunch of trash vectors with tons of weird wiring mechanics. He was just a test phase until he was just first time running it. It was complete failure, which is a true thing to do. No matter what you do, sometimes you always expect failure, but after improvement, it will always get better. That's the trick, and that's how the being inventor works. So first up, I was not really expecting it, and then boom, it was poof, just piles of garbage now. So I was like, okay, time to fix new parts. I make Robbie 2000, and he was a cabinet, and he had like mechanical arms and legs and stuff. But the problem is he had no type of storage. He had no capabilities of how to move, and every time he walks and how he tries to run, very just much so just falling down, and it keeps breaking. So eventually I was like, okay, what? I would need to make something new out of it. So I recalibrated the system. I do some DNA. I also did some half biological systems into his mindset, and his IQ system is a bit very uncomfortable. And how his artificial brain is that every single artificial intelligence, it was just made of coding aspect. The third one, which is Robbie 3000, currently, he's half that, but have a type of a powerful neuron system. I actually took from a powerful, from a smart animal brain to create a insatiable like neuron system, a neurological brain. So he basically has an actual real brain to actually able to process how he can basically feel things. He only knows how to just speak. He's able to figure out the solution. He's able to figure out what to do and how to scan things. He's able to identify any type of creatures just by only doing a biocopy. And of course, he is able to hack any systems just by only about 5 seconds. He was just learning every 30 seconds of his lifetime. Probably right now, he just learned what Chinese is. In any case, right now, he'd probably be just usually testing around some places. He's able to do things by himself just without me even doing anything for the past about 5 years. He's able to take care of himself and take care of the random places about 5 years only. Because I have to be the one to be fixing around the bases, and he's able to communicate with other AIs to teach him some stuff. And just to say that, well, let's just say he was something else originally. And of course, the inventors of I dealing with, everybody was jealous of me because I was the one also creating tons of brilliant inventions. Well, for example, what was he called? Elliot Blackwell. Elliot Blackwell, I don't know why his last name is like Blackwell, but who gives a shit? Blackwell was very, very jealous of me. He noticed I was very popular. He saw my creations. He always tried to assassinate me about 6 times already. And of course, I was able to fight back thanks to my gorgeous, lovely wife. and also by one of my creations, which was Robbie. Robbie not give a single shit. If you were trying to hurt me, he will do nothing more. No, he will never get tired. He will never stop until you learn your punishment. The only thing what's stopping is that he's not allowed to kill you anymore. Only my command to do that. So basically, he would just punch, kicking ever loving shit out of him by using a wheel. He has 4 wheels and a tripod system and a fucking radar system antenna. And you know what? He does all. He's able to survive from nuclear explosion. By accident. He accidentally went to a little nuclear launch code system, a launch place panel, where I actually talked with Obama, what was he called? Yeah, Barack Obama for the first time. Yes, I was very that popular. Barack Obama, we're just talking about like how inventions could basically make the whole America great again, etc. Which, even though I'm Greece, he knows that, by the way. Just to make sure the whole world should understand that, to get them to give it a world peace. Robbie got a little curious, by literally went all the way to the launch pad, and where the nuke was supposed to be hitting, the nuke literally fall in and basically fucking exploded. I was confused, and so I saw it, and basically I was very confused. I detected saying like the sonar system. My computer told me that it was there was like a damage a little bit, 1 spark of damage from Robbie, and it told me the location where it says that it was in a testing system, a testing nukes place. So I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I ran over there, and take a guess what I saw. Robbie coming out of there with fires beneath the wheels. He was unfazed. His eyebrows and his eyes were unfazed. I asked him, like, are you okay? He said, and I quote, I'm fine, creator. Didn't even hurt a scratch. I was very shocked because he only just had titanium. Apparently, I accidentally put some powders of chemical compounds just for his body to handle. And I was very curious, so I just tested on his little flames and his durability. And wow, he was unexpected. He's able to survive acid. He's able to survive lava for about 2 years, submerged under lava, and then he's able to not be short-circuited by water, of course, because no wires exposed. But even if it was, he was very resistant. And fourthly, he's able to also survive from EMP, which EMP is able to disable every electronics, lights, and etc. But for him, he had an anti-system, reflects it. He's able to have his own invisible shield that does not affect him at all. So he was very, very advanced. That's why he was the greatest creation of all time. By me.
I have a question for you.
Alright, what is it?
Would you be willing to help me work on a project called Project Liberty?
Project Liberty? Sounds familiar. Sure, I will.
It's about building a giant war robot that can throw mini nukes and, well, has an eye laser. However, it's a little hard to build. The energy we need for it can be powered with me, yes, but just to get the servos and stuff. I think you'd be able to help with that. Yeah,
since all of my abilities, I created him about only 5 months, because I only give it attention for his. But so if you have any blueprints, I can try to understand now. I'm able to actually be very efficient, creating it only about 1 week or about 5 days.
So it's a deal.
Oh yeah, indeed. Thank you for, of course, listening to the story. Thank you.
Anytime. Now, I'll take you to the agency HQ so I can show you the blueprints.
Alright. You're the boss, of course.